So URL equals to new URL. And I can just give a string URL right here as well. So I want to talk to gtc.edu. And of course, I have to make sure that I throw an IO exception in case there's any input-output problems. Now what I'll do is I will open a URL connection object, which would allow me to open a connection directly on that site. Once I do that, I can then display some properties. For example, I can say the content type is UConn.get content type. So when you run this, you will see that it displays you the content type is text/HTML semicolon character set equals to UTF-8. Correct? Is that what you see in the content type? This information is coming directly from the source code of the Gateway website. If you go to the web browser, right-click and click on View Page Source. If you go to the Gateway's main page, right-click and click on View Page Source. Look at line number 6 in your source code. There is a meta tag called content type. And whatever is in the content of that meta tag is what it is displaying to you. How big is this document? So for that purpose, we can say, okay, the content length is UConn.getContent length, and this is in bytes. So now when you run this, it will tell you that this is 4004 bytes. Next I want to do is I want to read this entire source code and display it. The entire source code behind the scene. Okay. So for that, what I want to use is I want to use a buffered reader class, which will read using an input stream reader. So you will generate a stream from the web page, and you will push that stream in a buffer. So you will generate a stream from the web page into your local stream reader. Through there, you will just push it into your buffered reader. Next, I want to declare a variable of type string, which will help me read one line at a time from the source code. And I will continue this process of reading from the buffered reader one line at a time into input line as long as I do not get a null. Means as long as it doesn't run out of lines. And every time I read a line, I want to just display it on the screen that this is the line that I have read. When I'm done reading all the lines, I'll close the buffer. Okay, so now when you run this application, you'll notice that it goes and it grabs the whole source code and just displays it all at once because you have buffered it and then you're displaying it. So instead of running line by line, it just buffers it out all at once.